on that channel, you guys figured out that you have to go to the domain of a beholder god of deception, and to find the gate to get to that area. The only one you know of is in the maze that the Lady of Pain keeps. And it's in Sigil. Oh my goodness. Sigil in one of her mazes. So.
According to canon, I think they actually call it Sigil, and
Really?
I hate it, and it's wrong.
Sigil?
Nope. Can't do it.
No.
It sounds like a 3-year-old trying to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't like. Yeah. Nope. Don't like. Can't do. House rule. It's sigil.
I think there was something like that with Artificer too, that it's technically something else, and I heard it.
Artificer?
Yeah. I'm like,
no.
No.
Sorry, don't accept that.
Artificer?
I've heard that one. I was like, what? Are you smoking?
Or when you hear like cooking videos from people who are like down under, like, and then add some oregano and for oregano. I can't remember.
Or when they call cilantro coriander. That drives me. I'm like, just no. Stop making up words.
Yes.
Well, it is coriander.
Oh my goodness.
Cilantro is borrowed from Spanish.
I will mute you.
Oh, don't make her laugh. Alright, so what are your next plan? What are you guys gonna do?
We needed to find a way to sigil again. And I think we were just well, no, didn't we need to go to a trade town first for no, we could get those in sigil. We could get diamonds in sigil.
Yeah, you guys had been thinking about going somewhere else, but yeah.
Yeah, we're in Sigil now because we just left the. No,
we're in the tower.
You're still in your castle.
Oh right, we teleported the tower after we left the whatever.
Yep.
Right.
But I don't think you guys have left that location just yet.
No.
Yeah.
We haven't told Zathir where we needed to go yet.
And you guys did some testing with the gems to see if you broke the other ones, what would happen. You know what'll happen now. Random things.
Yep. I mean, throw Big Boss into demi-plane, shatter, closed door, win game.
Here's all the things you got sick of dealing with. Blah.
Also, it's only a 30 by 30 foot room. So just biomass-wise, it's not all going to fit. And if I despawn the door, there's nowhere else for it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What are you doing? Cats.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would... Oh, never mind. Cease is already at Zathir's door.
Oh yeah, because we were talking to Zathir about. What was it?
Weren't you talking to her about, like, the stuff you found?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I don't even remember. But there was a conversation being had, and I think the conversation was over. I'll actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember. We were talking about finding.
Oh, you were asking Zathir, about the Lady of Pain and the mazes and all of that, and he was like,
That's
nobody
right.
ever escapes from those. What are you talking about?
That's right.
Okay. Then I guess at the end of that conversation or whatever, I would just ask. We came through back to the Outlands through, what do they call it? Unkeyed portal. Is there a way to do something like that to get back there?
Are you, just for me, are you referring to the gate that you guys took that went and put you outside the casino, and then when you came back? Is that one you're talking about, or are you talking about a different portal?
Any for a player to DM thing, I just need to find a way to get into the city.
Oh.
In whatever capacity.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure I understood what you were asking.
Does Sigil count as being on the same plane as the Outlands?
Yes and no. If you're thinking about trying to portal yourself in, if you mention that to Zather, Zather will tell you it won't work. Unless the Lady of Pain specifically gives you permission to do such a thing.
Yeah, she locks out gods from coming in.
Yeah. So Zather reiterates that, like you said, there's every gate town has a portal to Sigil next to it. He doesn't know which ones are necessarily keyed, which ones aren't, or where they necessarily go in Sigil. So it's kind of a bit of a guesswork, I guess.
Okay, then I guess can we take the castle to a friendly gate town and we'll try it out?
How are we finding friendly today?
There's that trade down place that's across the Outlands from us, but we'd probably be able to pick up a lot of what we need there before we get back to Sigil. And it's got to be at least moderately friendly if it's a place where people go to trade.
They are not looking for confrontation. But I'm not sure if friendly is the word I would use. They are very interested in making a deal. Which, depending on your vantage point, may change how you feel about them.
Great. Ruthless salesman. My favorite.
Open to access from outsiders, at least.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like doesn't want to stab us in the face is an upgrade at this point.
We could always go back to Glorium. They seem to really like you guys there. Ulysses.
I'm not sure they liked this iteration of me. Or wait, no, that was the other place. I was thinking of the tower that almost murdered this one.
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't Glorium.
That was Elysium.
Yeah, Elysium. Yeah. The one that's attached to Elysium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't Glorium where I'm like the master...
Champion goat milker.
Champion goat milker.
Yeah.
It's the Viking one. We're all kind of like there because we all killed that giant worm too.
You guys are champions.
Sure, that's fine. We're more likely to get what we want there.
Okay. So, where you guys were to get to there will take you guys about 5-ish days. So you have 5-ish days to do whatever you would like to prepare, research, or look into things. Or train, or, I don't know.
Yeah, 5 days downtime is not enough for me to really accomplish anything. I mean, and knowledge-wise, like, knowledge research stuff isn't something that this rendition has ever done or been involved with. So I'm good.
Anybody else have anything they want to get done in those days?
I don't think so. I'm just looking through my spell list. I have contact other plane. That's just like, I think it's 5 one-word answers, which is not particularly useful and open-ended questions like what we've got mostly.
Do you have stuff to like make scrolls, or do you have enough time to?
I think I have to buy resources to do that.
Ah, yeah. I
But
wasn't sure what you had.
What resources do you need for scrolls?
there's just materials that you need. There's a certain cost to it.
Is it like, paper, special ink, like kind of?
Special ink and that sort of stuff. I mean, I could make some, but I'm also not sure how many that would be particularly useful or would be accessible in the time that we've got.
Okay. I was
Like-
gonna say, because Zather would have a lot of that material on hand, so.
Like a scroll of wish would be great, but I think the time on creating those is like 3 months or something ridiculous.
That would make sense for a 9th level spell.
And you have 5 days is not going to be enough to research spells.
Okay.
That's fine. I will roll 3 new portents for the new day that we eventually get there, though.
Okay. Anything Syl would want to do in the time?
No, not really. He would just do his normal high training.
And cease?
I'm looking through my notes. Hold on.
It's a screw the enemies set of rolls.
Yeah. Wow. So you get to replace 3 rolls now? Instead
Level
of just
14
2?
divination wizard abilities. I get bumped portent from 2 to 3 dice.
Nice. That's exciting. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that I would be like, ooh, I want to do in 5 days.
Okay. Cool. In that case, you guys arrive back outside of Glorium. Is your plan? Your plan was to go into town to try and find somebody to sell you stuff before you look for the gate to Sigil or portal to Sigil. Is that right?
I know some of the casters needed diamonds for stuff.
Yeah, but it's not going to be useful for sigil specifically, but if I get a 5,000 gold piece diamond, I can cast Gate forever. Like, once a
Forever?
day. It doesn't consume the diamond.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there are all kinds of crazy shenanigans you could do with Gate.
There is.
I think I just need the 50 gold diamond for chromatic orb in case I ever want to cast that.
Chromatic orb?
That's the one like huge bad side to it is that at level 1 it's almost impossible to be able to cast the spell because no one has the free starting stuff to get the reagent.
I didn't realize the reagent was like that. That's crazy. Alright. Cool. So, the thing about Glorium is that they are a town focused around valor, fighting, and various kinds of competition. So, you guys can get like more basic kind of supplies, like if you want to stock up on some healing potions, they can help you with that. If you guys had any like armor, weapons, things like that you needed to touch up, they wouldn't have the diamonds here, but you guys will be able to find those in Sigil when you get there. Things like that. More magical components they wouldn't have as much of because it's very focused on like physical strength kind of thing, or dexterous stuff.
In that case, what would it cost me to get couple of healing potions.
What level healing potions do you?
I mean, whatever are offered, I guess.
Yeah, let me just double check. Sorry. I always forget what the breakdowns for the strengths of potions of healing is. Alright. Oh. So you they have actually a cuppable of supreme healing for like 200 gold, and they have up to 5 superior healing for 150 each.
What's the breakdown per?
Supreme healing is 10d4 plus 20. Yeah, and superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Plus 8.
Mm-hmm.
You said.
Yep.
I guess I'll take the 2 supremes or whatever. So that's 400 down. Add that really quick. Inventory. I cannot find that. Oh, potion of healing.
Yes, and then it's the quality
Supreme.
after.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me add this thing. I literally. Hi. You going to bed? Okay. Hey. Okay. Sorry. Adding those. Then, oh, too many. Then you said the superior were 150 a pop.
Mm-hmm. And they
I guess-
had, I think, 5. I said at most.
I'll take 2 of them.
Did you take both of the supreme healings?
Yeah.
Just checking. Cool.
No, it's 150 each for the superior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was. I think I'm good.
Is there anything else anybody was going to look for, particularly in the place?
Cease.
I think Syl and Cease are taking care of food at the moment, so.
Yes, fried chicken calls.
No, fried chicken.
I still needed that diamond, and I don't know what was left in the potions, in the healing potions.
So they don't have a diamond that will fit your needs here.
Even a
but-
50 gold one?
Oh, a 50 gold one? I'm sorry, I just heard more expensive ones. Yes, they can get the 50. They can give you a 50 gold diamond. That's not a problem. For some reason, I had like 5,000 and 10,000 gold diamonds in my brain.
Yeah, Endus needs a ton of them. I just need the one small one.
Okay.
And then what was left for healing potions?
I think there are. You said you took
The-
3 superior.
There should be 3 superior left, but I can dish out these that I bought. However, I just had the money to do it.
And did I hear the superiors were 150?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, then I'll take the 3 that are left and the 50 gold diamond for 500.
Okay. was there anything else you guys needed to find in the town? Or anybody you wanted to talk to while you were here? Visit with?
Not sure if there's anyone that we need to talk to necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, we could talk to somebody about the portal to the Sigil
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted to pop out from here, which makes sense.
Goodness. Sorry, my eyes itchy. Are you just asking like just random people, basically, about it?
Someone who wouldn't. I mean, I'm not going to ask a goat milker.
Hey, you never know
Hey,
about the
now.
goat milkers.
We could ask the champion goat milker, but she has no idea. We know that.
So,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll let you guys talk. It's okay.
I was gonna say you guys would find out that there is actually a coliseum in Sigil, and their gate is not keyed, and it goes freely to the district where the coliseum is. So you can freely move in and out of that one.
Coliseum. Okay. We didn't ever come across that when we were going through there ever. Okay.
No, you guys hadn't gone that far.
Did we determine that there was a gemsmith here? Or a
There
jeweler?
is not.
Yeah, there is not a gemsmith, but they have like a limited supply of like lesser quality gems.
I want
50
someone
gold.
to look at a gem that I have.
Remind me of what gem?
It's a gray gem.
No, nobody would have any idea about that.
I don't even
remember
know.
what great gem that is.
I do
don't.
too.
I'm like, I didn't put enough notes on here. I don't remember where
It's
I
the
got this.
control gem to a slod.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the one you guys got. Where was that? Where Kata died.
Yeah.
With the slad.
Oh.
Speaking of, does Kata want the great sword that killed him?
Oh yeah.
I'm okay.
It's not magical.
I have a magical greatsword, so.
As a trophy. I once was killed by this.
Yeah, well, a lot of things have killed me at this point, so it's not even special.
Death has lost its allure.
Can't even eat anymore.
I do want to find a jeweler that can engrave. I won that plain gold ring. I just want to have an engraving put on it.
What was the plain gold ring from?
Casino.
Oh, that was the
It's literally nothing
rings
fancy.
prize.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I find someone that could engrave it.
Yeah, what do you want to engrave on
I will message you.
it? Okay. I do not mean to keep yawning. Cannot help myself today. Goat milking champion. Huh, interesting. Yeah, he says that he can do it for you for like 25 gold. It'll take him an hour or two to do it.
Sorry, I was joking. Perfect. Absolutely would pay. Done.
Awesome. He does a decent job of it. Turns out really nice. There you go. Oh, they also, when you're asking about the gate, they do give you general directions to where it is outside of the gate town. So you can find it more easily. And I keep using gate and portal interchangeably. I mean portal. I don't know why I do that. You guys ready to head off to Sigil?
Let's do it.
All right. So, you know how they told you that this portal goes to the Colosseum?
Uh-huh.
There's an active battle going, isn't there?
You're in the middle. No.
Ah.
Roll for initiative.
Or the Lady of Pain really wants us in her labyrinth.
No.
Roll for initiative. I mean, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, you guys walk out and you are clearly in the middle of the trade district of Sigil, which you did go by before when you were here before, and not anywhere near where you could see a Colosseum. Although, if you recall that the ring Sigil is a whole ring, and so like there's stuff all up on the sides, and then when you look up, you can see the other side of the ring a little bit. You can barely make out through the haze something that resembles maybe a Colosseum on the other side. So
Hmm.
you're like completely on the other side of Sigil from where you expected to be.
I guess that's convenient. We needed to get trade items.
It probably means one of two things, and neither are good.
What?
Either the bonds that maintain the portals are breaking down and their destinations are becoming randomized, or I assume the Lady of Pain is the one in charge of the portals, and she really wants us here for some reason.
Out of character thing, Gedry did talk about the forbidden knowledge he got of the portals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember him telling you about that.
Yep.
Well, if they are being randomized, isn't that way worse after what you found out?
That would mean that reality is starting to malfunction on a broader scale than it has been up until now. It's affecting things other than just us. But the Lady of Pain taking an interest in us specifically is also probably not good for our lengthy lifespans.
Yeah.
It's more targeted bad.
You know, that's
Bad for everyone, bad for us.
it's like we can't get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't know if the diamonds you need are magical or something, so I'll let you seek that out.
Just large.
I'm really sorry, I'm imagining Gedry walking around with a giant like diamond. Like,
It doesn't say it has to be a refined diamond, so it could be just a clunk of diamond.
raw diamond, not cut.
It doesn't have to be pristine either. It can be a really nasty, ugly diamond.
It
Well,
has
it
to be worth
doesn't-
5,000. I would think that the
Yeah.
more expensive, or the
I mean, if you want a
bigger
small
it is
piece,
relative to cost, the worse quality it is.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, it could be ugly looking.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to carry around a boulder when he can carry around something like that.
This is true.
Here's your 40-pound diamond. It's crappy, and we can't use it for anything else.
All right. So you're looking for a gem shop first.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
guess we also need gems or like diamonds for resurrections and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You quickly find a gem shop. Person in there is very welcoming. And what do you need? I have so many gems.
Do you deal in high-quality diamonds?
How high quality?
I need a single gem with a value around 5,000 gold. How about yay big? I would know what that is.
I was gonna say yay big or yay big.
Whatever a 5,000 gold piece diamond is out of character. Like, I would have some idea of what I need for the spell.
I understand. Yeah, I'm just messing with you. He's like, yeah. I actually have a few different ones that are worth that amount. He brings out, lays down like a felt cloth on the counter, and puts 3 different diamonds in front of you. One of them's your standard like white kind of diamond. Another one has a little bit of a yellowish tint, and another one has a little bit of a pinkish tint to it. He's like, all of these are about what the amount you're looking for.
I think the clear one will work Perfectly fine.
Okay. Perfect.
And Kata, I think you're holding the cash.
I had given it to you, but yeah,
Okay.
or at least I did. I already deducted it.
Yeah, I'd added it in here, so I'm just like, now I actually have the item.
Okay, yeah.
Anything else you folks would like?
My compatriots also needed some gems. I think Syl maybe who needed them. Or
I need
these.
200 gold worth of diamond dust.
Oh, diamond dust. I think I might have some. That's hard to come by. Give me a minute. He goes back, rummages in the back, and brings back like a tiny little pouch. He's like, "This should cover you. 200 gold."
And I hand him the gold. Thank you very much.
I think Northern Goblin had wanted to get some gems too, but
Yeah, I'll let them offline
handle that.
take
Yeah.
care of.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else want some gems? I have some gorgeous sapphires, and some rubies, and dragonstone.
Maybe later. I think we're not wanting to spend all of our money in one place. Thank you.
Where else but here? I have so many things.
At these prices, I'm sure there will be some when we come back. Thank you.
He chuckles and walk out. Any other shops in particular you guys were looking to hit up? Alright.
That was it for me.
What's your next?
So we're here now. How do we... get put in the maze?
So, question real quick. You guys are discussing. Are you having like a hush whisper in the street? Have you ducked into an alley? Like, are you just talking normal in the middle of the room?
I was absolutely talking normal, like right outside the shop.
So, and as soon as Kata does that, I do like the total. Like I just like reach over and like put my finger like. I'm like, hold on. Let's find
Remove your finger.
Let's. I take it back slowly. I'm like, let's just find some place quiet to talk, where there are not possibly prying ears that could get us killed.
Let's just find a place that's out of the way where we can take 10 minutes.
I will tell you that do it. Some of you have a passive perception of 15 or more, right? I think. Yeah.
17.
Yeah,
All right.
I think all of us do.
That's what I thought. I was like, all of you would have noticed that when he mentioned mazes, the people passing by you like gave you guys like side eye of like, God, concerned. Not like, oh, what are they talking about? But like, you know, a little like, oh, my pearls kind of thing, you know, scary.
Fine. Wherever you want to go. And I don't know if there's anywhere in the trade district that... I'm assuming if Gedra needed 10 minutes for a reason.
A ritual cast spell, yeah.
Is there a tavern nearby?
There are several taverns, yes. What kind of tavern are you looking for? Does it matter?
One that seems to be high in discretion. Like, I would pop in if it's super busy, we're not going in there.
Okay.
Or do we want an inn?
No, an inn, yeah.
An inn. All
Because then we
right.
can just get a room.
I think you would remember from, you know, your brief time here previous when you were looking for rooms and stuff that places that are more on the discretionary side of things tend to be more expensive because they cater to, you know, the upper crust who want, you know, whatever. But yes, you can find an inn that meets those specifications. accommodations. How many rooms would you be looking for a room, or were you just like wanting to hang out in the common room or a private dining room?
I think, like, ideally, I think we could get a private room. Like, it doesn't have to be necessarily a bedroom, just a conference room if they rent those by the hour. But
Or like the private dining room might work.
yeah,
Okay. And for the whole day? Or...
I don't think we need the whole day if they have lower rates.
So basically, it would go for 2 hours. It would be like 300 gold. For like 6 hours, it would be 500 gold. Just get a little bit of discount, you know. If you want the whole day, just to give you like a full 24 hours, nobody bothering you, whatever. That would be 1,000 gold.
That's egregious.
I was going to say that is an insane amount of money.
When they ask those prices, I respond with, and how much to just rent a room for the night?
Oh,
Like a place to sleep.
well, our best rooms have their own separate bathing areas and dining areas in them, and those are about 400 a night.
And we'd have it all day and
all of
into
you?
tomorrow.
Yeah, until this time tomorrow.
Well, let's do that.
Okay. Enter your keys. Shows you your way to your room. It's like, this is where you be. There's a bell here. If you need anything, just pull on it. Somebody will be right up. Just get meals in here. You want the bath drawn, whatever. Fireplace lit.
Awesome. Thank you. And I usher everybody into the room and close the door and lock it.
As you're closing the door, the person's like clearly like they're expecting a tip or something.
I hand them a gold piece.
Okay. It looks mildly disappointed, but
To be
accepts it.
the tentacle that I had for the white flame.
I almost did. I have 3 of them, or the botfly larva. Like, here
Oh
you
my
go,
God.
have a little friend.
Oh my god.
The illithid tentacle, the mind flayer tentacle.
I love that. That has been a thing multiple people have gotten. Alright. You guys have your own private room.
Just for record keeping, I already deducted the 400 from my gold
That's
count.
cool.
Moving forward, we could have eyes and ears on us from quite a distance away. If we want to discuss anything critical, we should have some means of communication that isn't out loud, which I can manage for about an hour at a time.
Okay.
And we'll gather everyone around and I'll ritual cast Rary's telepathic bond.
Nice.
Hey!
It lasts an hour, and it means that up to 8 willing creatures of my choice link all of us together so we can communicate mentally.
Okay. Do you have to be able to see each other to do that, or I'm just curious? I haven't really used that spell.
No, actually we don't, within range.
Okay.
So if somebody was having a bath and they were willing, I could still do it if they were in the other room.
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I would, but technically it's just within range.
So what you doing in there?
Okay. So basically it works similar to how my assassins did the last game.
Yeah.
Or game before that. I don't even
Once we're
remember.
connected, this lasts over any distance, but not cross-planar.
For an hour, you said?
An hour.
All right. Cool. You guys are connected.
I turn and look at Kata. You were saying?
I reach in my pocket and I pull out the harmonium badge. Say, I don't know, maybe something like this could get us in there.
Hold on, I have to share this. I don't know if you guys have seen the Baldur's Gate team playing D&D at the most recent Comic-Con, but they're like, we're gonna use the telepathic link, and this becomes the signal. So Sal just looks at me and goes. Every time they were like telepathically communicating, they're like.
Yeah, I know.
I love that.
That's a little more wild than I think what the original Crit Roll team, they do, like the earpiece thing. No, I will not be.
Just figured I'd let you know I wasn't just dying for no reason. You just can't see what Syl did.
I don't know what kind of egregious things need to happen in order for the lady to put you in there.
Can't
Well-
we just ask her to?
I don't know that anyone gets an audience with the Lady of Pain. But more importantly, we know that R04M did get into the labyrinth.
From the other side.
Yes, but it meant that the portal was not taking him to where it was supposed to go. And I doubt that it was necessarily accidental. It's too convenient. Much like our accidental teleportations through the gates have been convenient rather than random.
So you're saying we've already attracted her attention and that is good and horrible?
If it's interfering with Sigil in ways that she doesn't like, she may be using us to get that resolved. I may have gotten R04M out so that the knowledge of it would get to someone.
Right.
So in theory, we could take the appropriate gate somewhere, and it will get shunted to where we need to go. Basically, R04M's passage in reverse.
Do we know
So
where
we
he
may need-
came out?
I don't think it matters. We came out into the casino. Eventually, that's why he thought the gate behind the door, or behind the wheel, led to where he was. But now we've heard that he went through the labyrinth. And if the only one who can get into the labyrinth is the Lady of Pain, this is where we're again back to the Lady of Pain interfering.
Okay. So are we just going to a portal, or do you have a way to contact her? I don't know how this works.
If I'm right, and we're in Sigil now, if we mention our intent out loud, she may be listening in.
Well, I was doing that.
Yes, but we don't know what other ears are listening in. So now we can plot without those ears overhearing.
Okay, then
Doing that.
out loud, I will say, I wonder what sort of things we'll need to do in order to get into the maze.
And he says maze, and I like wince. Like something bad's about to happen.
Oh,
I'm sure she's all powerful and all this other stuff, but simply announcing it seems ridiculous. I mean, we could try another portal.
I mean, I could try a direct connection, though it might break my mind.
I could pick a fight with a Harmonium Guard.
The Harmonium Guard we learned don't actually work for the lady. They made their own set of rules.
Yeah, but enough disruption. She may not like that. I'm happy.
Also, I'm not sure they'll pose much of a threat to us in our current state.
wasn't saying it was going to be enjoyable for them.
Oh, she may not like it. Oh no, she puts us in the maze.
We want to be in the right part of the maze.
Oh, well, alright, fine.
I will remind you that Zathier did tell you that she reserves the maze for the worst of the worst of the worst.
But was R04M the worst of the worst of the worst? And then how the hell did he get out?
Or was he accidentally sent in expectation of reaching somebody else, but because things are wonky, it sent him instead?
I don't know, he and his lost brethren are causing problems. Hey, buddy, get out.
I don't want to be dead.
You just see like a wagging tail occasionally in the background.
The fluffy flag.
Hmm.
Excuse me, I can be your companion animal?
Can you say hi? Okay.
I did, bye. He's
Done
totally
with that
side-eyed.
now.
He like straight side-eyed the camera like, I don't know why he's staring at you
Bombastic
people.
side eye. The worst of the worst of the worst. Huh?
Of course, this is also all supposition, with me trying to connect certain dots and assuming the information we have is accurate.
Well, the last forbidden knowledge didn't break your mind.
Yeah, this would be more direct.
Oh. I'm open for suggestions outside of going out and using this. You know, I'll clunk my sword down. I don't know what I can do to contribute.
Well, it seems like portals are wonky. So what if we go to the because the Coliseum portal should have taken us, or the portal from wherever we were should have taken us to the Coliseum, and it didn't. It took us to the Trade Center. So what if we go to the Coliseum and take that portal? Maybe it'll take us to the maze.
Or cursed.
Or back to the trade center again.
Or casino, or...
Right, but hear me out. If she knows our intent, it's almost like the portals know our intent. Like the portal knew we needed the trade center, so we ended up at the trade center. And
It could also be Aoskar who's directing this.
Who?
The dead god that the portals run through.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I said this is so much weirder if they're disrupted.
So maybe if he knows our intent, maybe he can get us to the maze? Still feels weird that we're going through a god. Like he's pooping us out or something.
Could be the reverse trip.
Better
Thanks for
out than
that
in.
image.
You know what? I will. Aoskar is technically not fully dead. I'm going to try and connect my mind to its and garner some information. If that doesn't work, then I'll risk the Lady of Pain. I have 5 questions.
Ooh. Is this single word answers kind or?
It's one-word answers, but it says if a one-word answer would be misleading, it might offer a short. Unity can use a short phrase instead.
Okay. So it's like it tries to be helpful or truthful-ish.
It doesn't say that it can lie to me.
Okay. Fascinating. What spell is it?
Contact other plane.
Oh.
So, like, on a successful save, you can ask the entity up to 5 questions. You must ask your questions before the spell ends, which is a minute. The DM answers each question with one word, like yes, no, maybe, never, relevant, or unclear, if it doesn't know the answer. And and so on.
Okay.
And if I fail to save, it's bad.
Don't fail to save.
It's probably not too bad. It's DC 15 and I have a plus 15.
So don't roll a 1.
Yeah, so they spend 11 minutes just casting that spell then. I think it's... Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I can ritual cast that, so it doesn't use it as a spell slot. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll pop my book on the table and start ritual casting it.
Awesome. Do you make the save when you cast it initially
Yes.
or at the end? Okay.
But it says, contacting this otherworldly intelligence can break your mind. So DC 15 intelligence save. God, dice taking forever. Thought I just
I know. The suspense. He's looking at it. Alright, you're sane-ish still.
Okay. Are you trying to help us solve this matter with the Modron March?
No.
Are you aware of this matter with the Modron March?
Yes.
Can you aid us in reaching the location where the Modron March is held?
Yes.
Will you aid us in reaching the location where the Modron March is held?
Nope.
Thank you for your time, and I'll just break it there.
Okay.
I was waiting for
Hey,
the fifth
Oscar.
question.
But why?
Shrug. Okay, so Aoscar knows what's going on, but doesn't give a shit.
Great.
And also hasn't been responsible for interfering.
Also good, maybe.
It means it probably understands that this is affecting the portals, but that it doesn't have anything to do with us, specifically. So I guess I'll try contacting the Lady of Pain or something else that has knowledge of this.
Good luck.
Ritual casting again.
Oh, it's a ritual cast?
Yes.
Nice.
So I can spam this in theory. This isn't the one. No, it doesn't have anything on it. This doesn't. One of them has a limit. I think it's Commune that has a limit of, like, if you start doing it more than once a day, it starts giving you massive penalties.
So, here's my question. It's some other knowledgeable entity from another plane.
Yeah.
Another plane from the one you're currently on?
I think it. I think it expects that it's something that would. Like, I don't know. Think it doesn't even say that you have to know what the entity is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to phrase this around so that it makes sense for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to roll that, I can't contact the Lady of Pain because we're on the same plane as her.
So, no, it says you contact a I don't... Based on how it's written, I'm not sure if it has to truly be from another plane.
Okay. Because it's or some other knowledgeable entity from another
Like, it could
plane.
be a
So
demigod.
that's just right.
Not necessarily a demigod.
Yeah, it depends on how broad, like, whether you want to think it's specifically only those exact 3 categories, or if that's just a general idea of what it could be.
Yeah. Let me look something up real quick. Just to double check.
It's totally fine to rule against this.
No, it's a really cool idea.
If you get, no, I'm not doing any of that stuff for both of them.
Then you really be confused.
We still know something's fucked. We have no idea what.
Just fucked in a very different way than you were thinking.
Need someone with the sending spell otherwise.
Too many books.
I know the Lady of Pain's power level is also like way off the charts.
Yeah.
So she may just not want to be answering any of this crap and be protected against it.
I say she may just be too busy, you know?
I mean, they literally designed the new wish spell with her text in mind.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. Okay. Doesn't. Oh. Okay, cool. Cast the spell.
I'll try ritual casting the spell again.
Yes. Yes. Straight to the maze. Contact the demigod of this place.
I made the save.
Straight to jail.
You did. So, you cast the spell, you feel like you made contact, and immediately, like, your head feels like you have the worst headache you've ever had in your life. Like, it is overwhelming, and you are reduced to 1 hit point.
Does Gedry stumble or anything, or are you sitting?
I groan and my head just sort of sinks forward and hits the table.
Oh.
Okay, we're never doing that again. I think I pissed her off.
So, doesn't that mean we should, like, do that again?
I think that was a warning, and I think I'm about to die. So, no, if any of you want to do it again, feel free, I will not.
Well, I won't let you die. That's just rude. Gotta figure out what level of Cure Wounds I'm gonna cast on you. We'll go with 4th. That looks like a good number. There you go. Get 52 hit points.
Okay, so now my brains don't feel like they're coming up my nose.
That's good. They should stay in your head.
Okay, so we're on our own.
Okay, so are we
Stuff
back
is-
to this? I'll clunk my sword into the ground. I don't really want to do that. Just putting it out there.
I don't want you to have to do that.
I mean, we could just try a portal. Realistically, what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, you really shouldn't jinx us like that.
Think of the worst, and then times it by 10.
The worst that could happen is that we go to the place that we need to go. Are you kidding me?
The worst that could happen is we end up in a town that wants to kill us.
Which is where we need to... Okay.
I turn, look at Gedra, I'm like, that's right? Like, any portal could send us back to the towns, and one of those towns could want to kill us?
In theory, you could also send us to much worse places.
Who's worse? Oh, that's great. That's great.
We've been to the gate towns, to places like some of the Nine Hells and things like that. Imagine if we weren't sent to the gate town, but sent directly to some of the deeper levels of those areas.
To the Nine Hells. That would be wonderful. No, don't want.
Being trapped in the maze of the Lady of Pain might mean we can't escape, but it doesn't mean we instantly die. Or worse.
Yeah, I enjoy living. In case you can't tell.
So, okay, we need to go to a lair of a beholder god. I mean, do we know anything about beholders, or what kind of realms they're connected to, or anything?
We left the library in the other world.
No, yeah.
How about Arlie's chuckling about that?
Keep thinking there's probably like so much in the library and the tower that's just there. We haven't asked for the right keywords.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we want to find basically any portal out of Sigil, I can get us to the tower.
I honestly don't know what to do.
We need more information is what we need.
Maybe there's a giant library here, a university or something.
I'm sure there is, but will they let us have access, and will they have the information we need?
The second part is what worries me. The first part does not worry me.
So, I'm wondering if we can find this library, we might. So if we can find a library and we can find out, find a, I'm gonna say a list. Probably not the best word for this. Teleportation circles. I'm assuming you guys have them here.
Or a list of realms and planes. Would this beholder god's realm be hidden? Like, I don't know how this works.
If we can find, if I can get this, if I can get the sigil sequence, I can get us there. I think.
Such sigil sequences usually don't cross planar distances, from what I recall.
Well,
I am familiar with the kind of circles you mentioned.
I can kind of get to any plane of existence as long as I have that. But we gotta figure that part out.
I don't know anything about Gzemnid, this godling that we're talking about, but
Who?
beholders Xemnid.
Oh. Is that how you pronounce that?
I assume we saw it written down. I think.
Well,
Honestly, it's probably better if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. But beholders in general tend to be paranoid.
Sure.
Arlie, out of
Ye.
character.
Mhm.
I have a DM inquiry here.
Mhm.
So I have the spell plane shift,
Mhm.
and it says that we can be transported to a different plane of existence,
Mhm.
and I can just specify a target location in general terms.
Mhm.
And we could appear in or near the destination, but it's determined by you.
Look at the material component of that spell, though.
I know.
So one thing on that, where were you trying to get to? Were you trying to like plane shift into a maze or into Gizim's place specifically?
Either.
We only wanted to get to the maze because we thought we might be able to get to
Like
Xemnid's
reverse
realm
engineer.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting there directly was even better.
Okay. So one thing about that is from your time in around Sigil, various conversations with Zayther, all of that stuff, you would know that travel in and out of Sigil is very tightly controlled. So if you wanted to do something like that, you would have to do it from outside of Sigil. You have to go to the Outlands basically to do it, to have a chance of it working. Otherwise, like teleportation in general, portals, gates that are not authorized can't be set.
Okay. So again, I basically lay this spell out before Gedry, because he is the Arcana knowledge of the team. And I lay out what I can do with it, and I'm like, I know how it works where I'm from. I don't know how it'll work here.
It should work much the same way, but you do need the attunement piece to the realm you're seeking to enter.
I don't know. Use that mind flare tentacle. It's close, right?
Don't think that's the same realm. Yeah, so where I'm from, it can be attuned to any plane of existence. So I'm not used to having it be attuned. That's a lot of. How are you guys carrying around like 80 metal rods?
I'm not. I've learned a much stronger magic that doesn't require that. It requires the diamond that I bought. But I have to know where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. I just have to have an idea of where I'm going.
This is also presuming that the Beholder God hasn't locked down planar access to its lair, which is entirely possible. There may be an established gate leading to his realm somewhere. I'm sure there has to be for Shemeshka to have enough contact and access to deliver the Modrons there.
At this point, the only thing I can think of is trying to see if there is a more vast and complete list of realms. And if I don't know. Instead of just trying gates like we talked about.
Well, the benefit is if we take a gate to somewhere else and don't land back in Sigil, wherever we end up, I can get us to somewhere safe.
It's something. It's forward progress, and right now, theoreticals are just hurting my head.
Well, on the plus side, we have the room for the night, so you can take a nap if your head hurts. I just walk over and pour myself water from the pitcher that I'm assuming is there.
There's also wine.
Oh, when I see that there's wine, I instead of water pour wine.
Okay.
Absolutely.
This is a fancy room
Better be for what
after all.
freaking gold value was sunk into it.
The bougie hotel.
Mm-hmm.
For all as ghetto.
Well, I didn't know if, since Gedry has been casting a lot of magic, if we needed to take the evening and try again tomorrow, or we wanted to do, I mean, we have the room regardless, but
I like to get rid of this headache.
I say we take the night. Take the rest of the day, take the night. Rest. Who knows what tomorrow is going to bring, and we don't want to go into it blind, exhausted, or tired. I do want to go see if I can locate a library to learn what I can about this god, demigod, whatever he is. If any of you are looking to stretch your legs, you're welcome to join me.
That would be good. I like libraries.
Oh, it might help your headache. Could make it worse, though.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, like, down my glass and start heading over. Okay, I'll actually go downstairs to ask if there's a nearby library.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta find the central map. Hold on. Actually,
14 days travel that way.
yeah. Well, actually, they will tell you there is a library, but it's like a few hours travel around through the city. So it would take you like 3 hours to get there, basically, as long as you don't get lost on the way. It's a very thick city.
I remember, and I think I still have the map of the
Oh
city.
yeah, the updating map. I forgot about that.
I don't think we're gonna get lost. I would. Let me make sure I have it. Yeah. Those going with us. You said it's about an hour to get there.
3
Three
okay.
hours. I would. In like the super, I'm assuming like there's super busy areas and like some areas aren't as busy and all that. So when we are entering into a super busy area where I notice, I'm keeping an eye out for like, I don't want to just say guards in general, but people that are known to be looking for us.
Yeah, like
I
the
would,
Harmonium or
yeah.
Mercy Killers or something.
I would cast Pass Without Trace on us.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't know who all's going with us. I know it's me and Gedry.
I was about to ask, is Syl and Kata going to go as well, or?
I would, yeah.
okay. I was about to say, if Syl does, then I would. If not, then I would stay with him.
Okay. Cool. It's a full party mission to a library. Woohoo!
Can't split the party. Crazy
Since
things
when?
happen in the library.
All right.
Since now.
To be fair, like 3 campaigns ago, we actually destroyed a library in
That's
Indus
true.
campaign.
That is true. I forgot about that. Like practically burned it down.
Weird things always happen in libraries. They can't be trusted.
Imaginations go wild.
I see what you did there.
Go ahead. I know you have the updating map and stuff, which I'm not going to update on this, but it's fine. Go ahead and just do a survival check with advantage using that to find your way through everything. That's good enough. All right. You guys make it there fairly quickly. There were some, Harmonium guards. They didn't see you guys. You jumped them pretty easily, pretty handedly. You did notice there are some mercy killers around. They also didn't see you guys, but they are around. If you've been traveling through the people, you would have heard muttering about it too. Like they're not usually around Sigil as much, but there's been more of them lately, which is odd. People murmuring and wondering about goings on about that. You also, on your way, would have heard other people talking about weird portal behavior and how one of the general laws of the plane is things happen in threes, but oddly enough, the portals just seem to be completely randomly acting up unpredictably. And you make it to the library, which is completely open. There are people, like guarding, but they don't stop anybody from going in. It seems everybody's free to wander in as they like.
Thank you, Sigil, for paying taxes.
Do they have like, I'm gonna say a catalog system to like be able to look up like books and stuff like that, or do you have to just go to the librarian to find stuff?
Yeah, you basically can talk to any of the librarians and they can direct you directly to the sections that have those informations, basically. They're like living catalogs, essentially.
I look at Gedry and I just kind of whisper, how do we want to phrase this?
We need information on several things, I think. There's the Beholder God himself and his realm and how to access it. And there's also, if all this is happening with the portals and they're connected to Eoskar, we could probably use more information on that as well.
Okay, which one do you want? You take one, I'll take the other.
I'll take Eoskar since I've got some strange knowledge on that already.
Okay.
Ask that guy over there. I see his name tag. It's Dewey.
Dewey's decimation system.
I appreciate you guys. Okay, then I'll find out information about Gizdude.
Gizdude.
Like, I'm cautious to say his name.
I understand. No,
So I'm
fair.
saying Beholder God now because you guys got me thinking about it. I'm like, let's not say his name.
No, I'm like, Gizdude. It totally works.
Just call him Gizmo.
Gizmo. No, Gizdude. Gizdude.
Mhm.
So I go up to the librarian, and I have a, I'm so one on. I'm assuming there's a desk.
Mhm.
Is there parchment and ink and everything on that desk for
No.
for like writing notes or anything?
Nope.
Okay. So I take some out of my pack,
Mhm.
and I take a little piece of parchment and I scribble on it, the name, like the god's name.
Mhm.
And I look at the librarian and I said, I'm looking for information on this.
Takes it. Reads is like, do you just write the name and no other information? I'm just checking.
Correct.
They take it and look at it. And was like, that name does not ring any bells. And then the person folds up the paper and then puts it in a pocket.
Interesting. They are apparently a beholder god of deception.
The person kind of looks at you like with an incredulous look, like, I've never heard of beholders having gods. We have a section on deities, though.
Where?
Like... Oh, yeah. It's up on the 20th floor, back on the backside, you know.
I'm assuming you don't have an elevator.
It's an elevator.
I look at Syl incredulously. Because, for those of you who don't play EverQuest, the Wood Elf town is built in the trees and they have elevators up and down. So I'm
Thanks.
like, how? What? No. So you said, is it the whole 20th floor, or is there someone up there that can give directions?
So you'll go up and you'll take a left and go for about 20 paces and then go right. And it's that whole section back there.
Is the section labeled? Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah.
Great.
It doesn't say deities, but like it will say like beings of worship, I think is how it's labeled right now.
Okay. And stairs up are where?
Over there.
Over there. Okay. And I like eyeball Gedry, like, wish me luck. And away I go.
Okay.
I'm presuming information on Eoskar, the deceased god of the portals, would also be in the same region.
Oh, deceased gods. That's a different section, actually.
Oh, and where would that section be?
I don't know if we have that one particular. Although I think is he related to portals somehow?
Yes.
You probably want section 3044, which is over on the 40th floor. It's the whole floor.
I see. Thank you. And I'll start making my way off.
Did Syl go with Cease?
Yeah, I was debating just running up the wall, but yeah, I'll just go with her normally.
Okay, I was just gonna say if you didn't, I would, like, so that there's yeah. But I will go with Gedry then.
A bodyguard for each scholar. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll jog to
Just
catch
in
up
case.
to Cease and be like, "You're lucky. I'm heading
Where
to
are
the 40th floor."
Oh. Well, don't go too fast. Might make your headache worse. You know, when blood gets pumping and all that.
All right. So Cease, let's do your inquiry first. When you get up there, she did mention that she doesn't think that god in particular is up there, but what specifically are you going to look for in titles and the stacks and whatnot? Like, what kinds of things? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to finish this cookie. Don't
Oh,
spew
totally
coconut
fine.
everywhere.
I'm very bad about that.
So, I would start by looking for anything related to the god of deception. Whether it's his name or not.
Yeah. So you find actually like 4 whole bookshelves full of books about various gods of deception, because it spans all kinds of claims and realities and whatnot.
Oh, this might take a while. And I
Sorry.
I enlist Syl, and I'm like, all right, this is the name we're looking for. I don't even know what plane he's actually from.
Mm. Wait, I thought. Oh, was that not part of the information that you were given?
No.
I couldn't. Hold
It just says the March is imprisoned in the realm of Gizmid, a beholder god of deception.
Oh. Oh, that's too far. Never mind. Ah, okay. Cool. I was just double checking. So, sorry, remind me of what you guys are looking for?
So we're gonna start looking for his name.
Okay.
And because this is how my character's brain would work, I would also look for any god name that contains those same letters, even if
Okay.
they're in a different order.
Okay. Cool. And you're doing this as well, so?
Yeah, I'd help her out.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation at advantage. Whichever one of you wants to roll. Wow.
All right, can I roll then? I thought his +4 would be more helpful.
That was amazing.
RNG hates our household.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. So yeah, you guys don't find anything that looks at all specifically about that god. But you do find a lot of different things that seem tangentially related a little bit. And as you peruse the books, like all of the books couch all of their language in this is what we think we know, but this is a god of deception, so who really knows kind of thing. There's a lot of language about them hiding their true forms. There's one book where they talk about some people think that the god is actually beholder, but that's ludicrous, things like that in general. So there's some things tangentially related, but everything that seems that points to what you guys already know is couched very much in, but that's impossible. Why would that ever be a thing? Okay.
Okay.
Edri and Kata, how are you guys doing your search?
I'm looking for any books on Eoskar or his connection to the portals, or portal in general.
Okay.
I am occasionally taking books off of the shelf, barely glancing at the titles and handing them to Gedry.
Kind of helping, sort of.
Yep.
Go ahead and do your investigation with advantage too. It's fine. Okay. I was gonna say if this is sub 10 again, I'm gonna die laughing.
I have a +12, so no.
Yeah, so
Wizard.
you find all kinds of books about various portal lore and stuff and dead gods, but nothing about Eoskar particularly. But then you find like this old fairy tale book which at first you think had been shelved improperly because it looks like, your general basic children's fairy tale. And as you open it, you look, it's talking about Aesgar specifically, about how he used to be an evil god, and he lost a battle, and that's how he died, although some people say he's not truly dead and is just using the portal system to sustain himself and gain further knowledges for his purposes. Fairy tale.
Okay, so Aoscar may not be a particularly useful resource.
I mean, didn't you ask the source itself?
Maybe. Or a servant of it. But it just sort of seemed more amused by the fact that I was even asking.
Hmm. Okay, do you know where the others are? Oh man, we didn't even talk about a rally point of when we'd get back together.
It's at the 20th floor.
I'm glad you retained that. You want to go? Since this is, the way I'm understanding this is not useful.
It says Aoscar was killed and that in a big battle a long time ago, that he was an evil god, and that he's possibly not dead and is garnering information from the portals for its own malevolent reasons.
That seems deceptive, wouldn't you say?
I mean, yes.
I don't think it's related, but weirder things and connections have happened so far, even in recent weeks.
I mean, why would a god of deception be honest about its intents or how it functions?
Sure. All right, let's go get them.
I mean, the name does come up here, which means there's some truth to that.
Sure.
But how much that truth matters is up in the air.
Yeah, maybe it's in this one. And I hand him another book and turn to walk.
So you guys did get through your search much quicker than the other two, so you can catch up with them as they're finishing their perusing of their information.
You guys arrived to us doing a lot of sighing and groaning.
Yeah, our search wasn't all too exciting either.
I'm realizing I love libraries. I'm just not good at this.
Well, at least we did thoroughly eliminate any possible access to information on Aoscar.
Big shock. God of Deception is deceptive.
Hmm. What about this one? And I pull out another book and hand it to her.
Do you even look at it before you just grab a random book? Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Can we totally do a roll to see if it's an absolutely useless book or an absolutely useful book?
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever you want Kata to roll.
Just roll D100. That's fine.
Ah, man, I can't use luck on it. Ooh.
What in 100 chances way better than it should be.
Yeah.
86.
You look at it, you're like, yeah, I looked at that 10 minutes ago.
A for effort, Kata. It did say that they think the god could be a beholder, but that it's ludicrous. Or something, I don't know.
Why is that ludicrous?
I don't know, they think it's insane, they think it's crazy, I don't know.
We found a god in the spire.
Yeah.
I hear him speaking to me.
I know. Ooh, have you
Ribbit.
tried asking him?
How?
I mean, if you pray to him, won't he answer? You're the only one. You're the only one worshiping him. Wouldn't he
I don't
hear you?
think That's how that works. They hear frogs.
It's worth a try.
Have you listened to what the frogs are saying?
Hold on. Is this Turtle Gedry? This is Turtle Gedry asking. Are you
Yep.
listening to the frogs? Okay.
I take the book from Cease and I throw it at Gendry.
So, aside from that, he could. You said you hear him. He could hear you.
I hear what is sent to me.
So, Kata, please just try. Just think about that. Think about the god, and just ask a question, and see if it works.
It's rivets.
Did you ask anything?
Yes. You asked me to.
Did you? Okay, so try asking if they can speak in common tongue.
Rivets.
You're not really trying, Kata. Nice try.
Yeah, that I am not worshiping this thing, and it is tied to me now somehow. It is.
But that's what I'm saying. This could be a use. This could actually be useful if you use it to be useful. It's not useless. It happens for a reason. It could be beneficial for you.
Do you believe this is going to work, Kata?
No.
Oh,
There's your problem.
yeah,
You
that's
lack
why it's
faith.
not working.
Of course I lack faith. Because this is ridiculous.
Kata, what if it holds the answer though?
Well,
what is the name of this?
And
What is the name of this god?
I
Is
don't
it not
even
ridiculous?
know.
What, Gedry?
Is it not ridiculous that you're hearing the ribbits of a frog god in your head?
Yes, it is, and I don't know his name.
Can you tell us his name?
I don't remember who did.
Hold on, I'm looking.
The word
That was a
frog
while
does not
ago.
appear in notes.
Frog Doom Man. I don't think he even remembered his name.
We notice a weird giant surrounding by figurines, a frog staring at it. He's a god and doesn't. We never got a name.
Doesn't remember their name, but always liked the name Bertrand.
What?
He is a god but doesn't have any followers any longer.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't remember their name, but always liked the name Bertrand. That's from session 15.
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, on a total wild goose chance, I'm already in the area for gods. I'm looking to see. I'm gonna do a quick scan to see if I can find anything about a god named Bertram.
Okay. Cool. Give me investigation.
Oh, please be really good.
Also look for high priests named Bertram. He may remember his best friend.
That is fair.
Absolutely. Like I imagine Gedry tells me that as I'm going.
Yeah.
So there's 11, and I'm gonna give myself guidance because
Mhm.
That's how I roll.
Eh,
Oh,
Oh my god.
I quit. I just quit. The random, like, the digital dice have not rolled good for me in like 4 weeks.
Oh my god.
It's
Also,
been horrible.
lady, you gotta just play a wizard next.
You're right.
Or I guess an artificer is intelligence
So-
based too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be playing a paladin next because I've
Ooh.
never played one.
They're
Oh,
fun.
fun. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Not intelligence based.
No. No.
Ah.
No.
All right. Yeah, you don't find anything about a Bertram or a frog god or any priest named Bertram, anything like
What?
that.
What system are you using to approach this problem?
Not a good one. You know what?
You
I
seem
think.
to be just going to random stacks.
No, here,
here's-
hold.
Hold
Look
on.
at this
So
one.
I know what my issue is, and I think I figured this out. In Plane of Knowledge, the way the books are laid out, like you approach it and you just think of what you're looking for, and the book like slides out and you grab it and you go. I'm not used to having to actually look for a book. Plane of Knowledge is really a nice, convenient, magic place to look for stuff. And this is a not convenient library.
And they have an elevator.
Oh god, they have an elevator. So you don't get exhausted by the time you get to the stacks. Alright, so Gedry, how does this system work for me to find something then? Because I obviously don't know this system.
Well, it is poorly organized. I'm not sure exactly what system they're using to approach it, but you can apply your own system in examining the texts to try and glean where things like this might be. Like it might have been set up alphabetically, or it may have been set up by topic. Once you go through it, you can usually get a feel for it, and that can direct you to where you are, whatever you might be looking for might be.
I don't know
But-
that I fully understand. Can you show me?
Sure. So we're gonna do a
Uh-huh.
26.
Yeah. So as you're talking to her, she's like, "Can you show me?" You go, "Aha!" And you like reach right behind her head and pull out this book about the fraud god Bertram, who, as you peruse through the pages, has gone missing. Nobody thinks he still exists. As far as they know, there's no followers left or anything, but he used to be a benevolent god who looked after frogs.
I have to confess that might have been a bit unfair. I saw the title as we were talking.
Or you're just created for this. Gosh darn it! And like what I don't know whatever book I'm holding in my hand, I like throw it on the floor and walk away. God quit. Can I go back to the magic library where I just ask them and they point me to the book? Please. I'm fully expecting at this point someone leans around the corner and goes, shh. 'Cause I'm having a
Nobody's
total
bothering you
tantrum.
right now. Yeah.
I'll hand the book to Kata as we're on here. I think you might find this interesting.
Ribbit.
Thanks. I'm sure from you this is actually super meaningful and sentimental. I'll put it in my... I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Yeah.
The book is riveting.
Is it riveting or is it riveting?
Ah!
All right. Were you guys gonna try and check out any of the books?
No, I'm stealing it.
I don't. So, our search was fruitless. I'm assuming your search was fruitless. Is there anything else we could possibly look up while we're here that might be beneficial?
The maze.
Do you really think they're gonna have anything on the maze here?
Probably. used as a warning, not direct
I mean-
information on how to get in and out of it. We know how to get in and out of it. The Lady of Pain.
I imagine anything particularly useful to us would not exist here.
Is
Right,
the lady
Because
is the Lady of Pain a god? Demigod? A really powerful person.
Unclear.
Crap.
powerful enough to exclude gods from her realm.
I think putting her in the category of God is fine.
I would glance around in the stacks that we're currently in to see if there's anything on the Lady of Pain.
Mm-mm,
Okay.
nothing at all.
When you run a place, you can exclude everything about yourself if you'd like, if you're powerful enough.
There could be something on maybe how many people have escaped. I mean, there's got to be more people that have escaped the maze than just the one.
If I was the Lady of Pain and someone actually escaped my unbreakable realm, I would stifle all of that knowledge as hard as I could.
But if it was like children's books, myth, not her maze, but a maze.
The maze is still not something we directly need.
There.
It's only if we were trying to retrace Ur04M's steps.
What do we actually need?
Access to where the missing Modrons of the Great March are.
Maze isn't meant for you. Sorry, I'm actually rewatching that right now, so that's like fresh in my head.
What do you need for teleportation, Gadri?
To open a gate temporarily, I have what I need. In terms of, at least in terms of resources. What I need is a destination to attach it to.
If we can get them, if we can figure out the destination of the Modrons. So. That brings us back to. Back to the god of deception.
Like, if they were scryable, then I could, in theory, scry them with the proper equipment, but I would need to know one of the Modrons specifically to try and scry them. Otherwise, I'm randomly scrying some Modron somewhere in various realms, and that's likely not to be useful.
Did Rome mention any other Modrons?
Not by name or by description enough to separate them from the others.
At this point, where our best lead is to maybe take advantage of the chaotic nature of the portals. I don't know.
I do think it's not entirely chaotic.
How
It's-
so?
It hasn't been working properly for us, but everyone else seems to be saying that it's going to random locations. For us, it has always been overly convenient. And we have other occurrences, like when we left the casino, the portal back that we had opened was still open, or had opened again, and we were able to go directly back that way. And it was not supposed to be opened from this side. Like, it was supposed to lead to a completely different location, so why was it still there?
Fair. At this stage, it seems to be our best. The best lead? I don't know. This is ridiculous.
It seems to have been manipulated the same way for R04M to get the perfect portal into the labyrinth and then back out again, which should not have been possible.
Agreed.
Oh, pardon me.
So then, let's get out of here and find one. I I don't think we're going to find what we need here. We can take the rest of the evening and in the morning, find a portal. Try our luck.
And if it doesn't work, that can bring us back to at least the tower, which is Sylvia's side Glorium.
Excellent. And I'll start heading downstairs.
I'll
Yep.
follow.
Only work on endpoints.
At least you're going down this time instead of up.
Is there like an open area by the staircase?
Mhm.
I'm gonna just jump over the railing then.
Gedry made an elevator.
I see Gedry do that, and I'm like, that is a great idea. And I totally, like, jump and shift into, like, some type of a bird.
Okay.
They're not going to let us back.
I shrug and jump also.
We need to jump at the same time.
No, they all have their own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Kata
if you're
just
going...
standing still on the stairs like...
And I continue walking down the stairs at my regular pace.
Kata, come back here. We can get down much easier and faster.
I thought you already jumped.
No. I was trying to get everybody to gather together so I could catch us all with the same spell.
Oh. Okay. You are gonna make me not crash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll, like, count us down at the edge or something like that. 3, 2, 1, jump. And once we're going, I'll cast Feather Ball.
Okay.
My jump is less of a jump and more of a run down the wall.
Alright, yep, you guys make it bottom. And when you land, everybody around you kind of just like, ooh, like, what the hell is happening? But aside from being startled, nobody seems overly concerned. Was anybody aside from Kata bringing any books with them?
Nope.
I'm not bringing any books with me.
Yes. As you're exiting the library, Kata, you hear in your head, "Dong, due in 1 week."
Keep walking.
Now I want to know what happens in a week.
We might find out.
To the maze.
Your
Please, stuck in
soul
the-
starts to burn.
Please.
What are those
It's
giant mech
ruined
things that
already.
portal in from anywhere?
That's how it portals the book back, and whoever's holding it to find them.
Yeah.
So we just all use it as a port key to get out of there. It'll be great.
That'd be amazing. Alright, so you guys are planning to head back to the inn.
It looks
Alright.
that way.
Give me a survival check to make your way back.
This would be a great time to get lost.
It would be. Hey! You do a really, really, really good job of getting everybody back to the inn. However, like, you guys make that final turn around the corner to get back to the inn, and all of a sudden everything around you shifts.
Dear God. the
I
hags.
swear to God, if I see a fucking swamp right now,
I freeze and I'm like, no, no, no.
I love that I traumatized you guys with the hags.
Trauma is not funny.
No, but in this case it is. Has it loaded up for you yet?
oh no.
Back at Fortune's wheel.
So, everything around you shifts completely, and you find yourself back in what looks like Fortune's Wheel. However, notably, there were no people at all. Not a single soul that works there or is patronizing the place whatsoever. It's like dead as a doornail. There's no sounds of anything going on. You see some of the games running, but they're not making their normal sounds or anything. It's just dead quiet as if nothing is happening.
Guys, I don't like this.
What happened is she was going to leave us alone.
And like, I'm guessing, we pop in where our tokens are?
Yep.
I like come over by, I think that's Gedry. Yeah. And like peer and look for my dragon friend.
Not there.
I absolutely pull out my sword.
I like am, I'm gonna say prepared to summon my fire dude. Like
Mhm.
I am not okay. High edge. Yeah, not good.
Okay. Nothing's happening yet.
Um,
You said games are going but not making noise and nobody's in front of them.
There's no people around anywhere at all.
maybe we should check the back.
I don't have any more platinum coins to go through the portal.
I come over here, and I reach behind the gate, like the
Uh-huh.
thing to
reach
try
the
to
bars.
steal.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of laser leaves. There's platinum coins. You can grab whatever you want.
Yeah. And I come back. And, like, drop it.
Well, if you want to go spin the big wheel, now's your chance. And I'm just holding all of it like this.
Good on t-shirts, thank you.
You don't want a gold giant scorpion? How about a tentacle?
I grab some and I go to the wheel.
Okay, go ahead and
I'm
move
just-
yourself over there.
Anybody else? You Cat may have gotten a little happy.
Anybody else gonna do that?
Do they have like at the casino like one of the buckets that you can put your stuff in?
Yeah.
I grab one of those and throw it all in there. So I'm walking around with this bucket of coins.
Nice. Kata, when you get over to the big wheel, you notice that unusually, there is actually no slot to put the razor leaves in. The wheel's there, but there's no way to put the razor leaf in like you usually did.
I glance over at Gedry, say, looks like we get to play for free.
You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Kendrick's gonna take his staff and just poke at the wheel itself.
Mm-hmm. It moves a little. That's about it.
But it's solid.
Mm-hmm. It's real.
Yeah, I was saying, the portal behind the wheel. I mean, is there a lever to pull?
No, the lever, the whole thing that you interacted with before to play it is just gone.
Is there like a place where I can put my fingers to like see if it pulls out?
Yeah, you can try.
Sure. That's.
Yep.
Do I need a roll or anything for that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Just give me athletics or strength, whatever.
Okay. A 27.
Wow. You
Strong.
put a big, strong pull on it, and it seems like it is pretty much one with the wall behind it.
Hmm.
Still, did you stay over there by yourself?
Nope, I was just going to get my slippers.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Please move thyself. Hey. Anything else you guys want to do at the moment?
I would like to investigate one of the games that is currently being played by an absentee person.
That would be like the slot machines, basically. They're running.
Okay, I would go and investigate one of them.
Move yourself. Good. You get over there, and you notice as you look closer that the slot machines are running and then stopping, and every time they stop, they land on worms, all three. But nothing comes out. There's nowhere to pull the lever to play. There's nowhere to put in vibrations. But every time they run, and they end up worm. And you look around and you notice all of the slots machines around you are doing the exact same thing.
If I remember correctly from when we played them, or when I played them, worms got me botfly larvae. If I'm
Two.
remembering, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever hit the 3 worms.
No. I got a really bad feeling about this, guys.
That's okay. Over in the middle of the room, near where you are, everything starts to shimmer a little bit.
Eyes up!
Ta-da!
What the
You have a
fuck?
new friend.
What does
That
this
is
thing look like
big.
exactly?
Oh, yeah, let me show you.
What the fuck is that? That's enormous.
It is.
Okay.
Can I determine what kind of dragon that is?
Yeah. Solid
Whack.
nature.
You said a nature check?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm good at those. $23.
It is what appears to be an ancient black dragon. And you know that they can cast spells. And they are quite formidable to engage. And that's actually going to be where we stop for tonight.
Because it's going to be a big ass fight.
Yee. Gonna be here for a little bit.
We'll pick up in 2 weeks.
So I guess the big question is, did it drag us in here, or is it just the thing that whoever dragged us in here is unleashing on us?
Or is this not actual reality and it's something else?
I don't know. All I know is that it's gargantuan, so that has to be an ancient worm. Like,
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
we're level 17, so of course.
Yeah. Yay!
Not yay. This
Suddenly
is not
ancient,
yay.
Ancient black worm.
It could be worse. But yeah, so what it's worth, if you guys finish this fight afterwards, you can take a long rest in here. It will probably be your last opportunity for a long rest in the game, though. Just to
Oh,
let you
wow.
know.
Okay.
So blow everything.
Mm-hmm. I love how Gedry's coming into this with, like a third health.
Closer to a quarter, but yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna pull you guys in earlier, but your idea about going to the library was really interesting, and I was like, let's do that. That sounds fun.
I'm glad I took the time to heal you, Gedry.
Yeah, and you're not sitting at 1 health.
Yep.
I'm glad that I'm on my grappling version of me. That's going to come in very handy.
Hey, maybe you'll get lucky and we can stun it and it'll all be worth it.
The good news is if we're stuck in here, it can't fly.
Valid. That's a huge tactical boon on our part. I also still have 12 gems. Soul gems.
I still have the time walking scale.
You do.
So I can summon Renee.
If we need that, that is wonderful. I am concerned that this is not going to be the hardest fight.
No, I'm putting that out there because
Yeah.
I know I won't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do need it in this fight or the fight after,
Mm-hmm.
if I say it, somebody else will hopefully remember.
No, that's a good call.
Yeah.
I also really dislike our current
Bumped up
location.
nature.
What?
You're in a line against an acid dragon.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not plan that.
It's also going to win initiative because all new creatures have like plus 20 something to initiative if they're high enough CR, so.
Yeah, my initiative's garbage.
Hey, the new ancient black dragon only has a plus 16, okay?
That's only 13
Excuse
more
me.
than mine.
I haven't memorized this monster manual yet.
Yet. That means that you plan to.
Yeah.
Actually,
Soon.
I don't. I mean, I know a lot of core monster get up, but if I'm not running the game, I really don't want to meta it.
Yeah.
That takes away some of the interest to me.
Yeah.
So-
I get
It
it.
can get hard not to sometimes.
It
But I
can.
do love flipping through a monster manual and just reading it, especially this one because they put so much more information about
Mhm.
like the behavior and all of that stuff about the monsters
Well-
that makes it more interesting.
Like a really good example, I know that the blood hag or whatever you put against us was from like a source book that I don't own, but I know it's one of the like MCM whatever. I know it's one of the new books that they've come out with, and not knowing anything about that and like what the fuck is that
Yeah.
was awesome because we had no idea what to expect.
Yeah. Well, and they're horrible. They have so many just absolutely horrible attacks that have horrible like
Side effects.
well, side effects, but also like just the description, like peel your face off kind of like things like that. It's like not knowing about it beforehand just really helps a little bit. Like, oh God. Like
Yeah.
I love sorry, Syl, but I love that I got to kill somebody by peeling their face off. That was cool. I think that was
Indeed,
with
girl.
her
Sorry, not
teeth
sorry.
too, because she had 2 people grappled. So she was like, ah. Yeah.
Okay. This is,
These things happen.
You know, it's Saturday night things. It's fine.
Yep. Cool.
This I could not have it. This was a twist for me.
Yay. Good.
Did you
Did you just kill yourself?
did someone just put an X on Cease has
You just went to 0 hit points randomly.
So I'm over here on my D&D page and I'm reading about something.
Uh-huh.
And it's like it pops up and it's like a beholder 8th page. I'm like, you kidding me? And then you're like, cease? Something killed you? And I was like, yeah, apparently a beholder. Because
That's
my character page is still at
super
100%.
meta and fucking funny.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that is amazing.
no, it's not amazing. That sucks.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it says I have 0 hit points though.
Yeah, that's a
Because my
little...
character sheet is still like full health.
Oh, there it is. It's back now.
Okay.
There we
Cool.
go. Yeah, beholder ate me. Sorry.
C saw the dragon, was like, I'm done. No, I'm done.
I quit. I
Hey,
quit.
it is very good that Syl is playing the character that he's playing because he can actually act on his hatred of dragons.
Right, yes. Finally.
I'm totally gonna enlarge him.
Still not enough for him to grapple the dragon.
Oh no, but it adds to his damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
will help.
I do have another idea too for protection, which might save our asses.
Well,
Mm.
okay. This was I'm gonna have to mull on this one for a couple weeks, but I'm glad we did it. So,
All right.
Beholder ate me again. This is getting ridiculous.
yeah, you died again.
What? Literally, you get a 404 and your character dies.
It says a beholder has appeared and ruined everything.
I mean, that seems to be the theme of this campaign, apparently.
I think that's D&D Beyond's Error 500 page.
It is.
Yeah. That's just
Friggin'
really funny
beholders.
that also her character loses all her
Actually
health when it
dies,
happens.
And
Yeah.
as soon as she comes back online, she lives again.
Well, like, it's because I'm actually in my character sheet under extras. Because it's the only place that you can view your wild shape
Oh,
Mhm.
uh-huh.
from. And I was like, oh, I need to update some of these before I
Yeah.
forget.
It's almost as if you're playing this campaign in real life.
Oh, it's horrible.
Alright. Well,
Alright, I'm
you
gonna
guys
hop off.
have a good night. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. You guys
Good.
did lovely tonight. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Take care.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
Good night. And that's going to be it for us tonight. As you heard, no game next week. Cease and I will be out of town. I won't be streaming. I think they said overall no game, so I will be back tomorrow night for raid night and Tuesday night. Also for raid night. The only night I will be missing is next Saturday. So, until tomorrow night, as always, thanks for coming, thanks for hanging out, and have a great night.